We got a legend and he don't even know it yet, or maybe he do. He's worked with the real MVP one. Please welcome.
I tell you lies and it's just so toxic. You lie, I lie too. Girl, I don't love you. You know it's lies when I say it's just you. But don't be mad, boo. I once believed you.
First, let me make this clear. It's DNS Soldier.
This is Robby Too Fast, and thank you for tuning into the Two Sides of the Heart podcast. Today, we got a legend, and he don't even know it yet, or maybe he do. All right, he's from Silver Spring, Maryland. He's a creative director, a photographer, and a videographer. He has an associate's college degree, and he's currently working on his bachelor's at UMD. He's the oldest of 4 siblings. He's the lead creative director, photographer, graphic designer, and videographer for the University of Maryland Terps football. Photographer for Under Armour. Y'all got to give me a second. That's a lot, right? He's been at BET Awards in 2024. He works with BET. He's a photographer with Rock Nation, Spotify R&B After Hours. He's been featured on Fox 5 News, Good Day DC twice. Telfar. He's worked with the former Maryland Governor Larry Hogan with the Flying Boxcar Stadium groundbreaking. United States Congressman David Trone, current Maryland Governor Wes Moore at the baseball stadium. Jack Daniels Tennessee Whiskey. You ever heard that before? Mm-hmm. Oh, all right. You feel me? Arts, Beats, and Lyrics 20th anniversary. Okay. 2025 inauguration and inaugural ball. Preakness Festival number 149. Maryland International Film Festival, DMV Summer Festival 1 and 2. I didn't even know they had a first one, but they got a second one too. Howard Homecoming, Art and Aesthetics Water Pick Collaboration, HU Yard Fest, the Howard Theater Photographer. The list goes on and on and on. Also, I couldn't leave this out. He's worked with artists like Glorilla, Future, JT, T.I., Wallow, NLE Choppa, K. Michelle, Wale, T. Grizzly. He's worked with the real MVP, Wanda Durant, ESTG, No Savage, PNB Rock, Tusi, Keisha. Man, look,
Yo.
Please welcome Richie.Raw. What's going on, boss?
Not a whole lot, man. How's it feeling?
Man, how you feeling?
I'm feeling better now that I'm here. You know what I mean? I appreciate the introduction, y'all. That was amazing, you know? Just like anybody else, I couldn't do it without community.
Yes, sir.
I couldn't do it without, self-love. I couldn't do it without self-motivation too. Like, I feel like that's important too. That's one of the things that's like very underlooked and overlooked.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't have done it without, like I said, I can't do it without you guys. Opportunities like these is what helps not only motivate me and inspire me, but also it helps unlock doors that get me into positions per your listening. And I appreciate you for doing your homework too, man. That was deep, man. Because I feel like, the more I do things, it's like I forget that I even did all of that. Like, that's a lot, yo. Like, I was just waiting, and I was just reminiscing the whole time. I'm like, man, that is a long list. Like, I don't even remember any of that stuff. But now it's like when you were going through it, I'm like, okay, I did that, and I'm still doing that.
Yeah.
So I say that in a humble manner, and I appreciate y'all for sure.
Appreciate you for coming on, man. Just listening to all that, you said you were kind of reminiscing, but it's like, do you ever take any time to really contemplate or just think about the things that you've accomplished?
Honestly, no, because it's like I'm always on go.
Mm-hmm.
I do this full time. I haven't clocked into a 9 to 5 in so long, because it's like that entire list of things that you said, it was within like probably the past 2 years or so.
Good.
Wow.
Maybe 3.
Yeah.
You know, University of Maryland was at the time, it was pre-COVID. So that's probably the longest. But during 2019, 2020, I recently picked up the camera around 2016, 2017.
Right.
So I've been hustling and bustling, just trying to make sure that, you know, everybody's good, but also making sure that I'm good and I'm finding my purpose and I'm, you know, staying motivated and just driven and just like associating myself with like-minded individuals and just trying to make sure that, you know, because I'm huge on community. So I'm like, people say DMV, and I'm always thinking about, all right, well, you know, are we talking about collaborations? Are we talking about competition? Like, I'm strong on collaborations. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of competition, but people sometimes, you know, competition can be a good thing and it can be a bad thing. Like in one way, in a good way, it can, in a good manner, it can be like, okay, well, I'm gonna use this to inspire me and motivate me. But in a bad way, it's like, all right, well, I'm looking down upon all of y'all. I'm about to go against y'all. I'm gonna do this better. Like a whole bunch of this negativity just starts to formulate, and then you just start to feel like you're untouchable. Right. The list goes on. So it's like, I don't know, you know, just me just being like I said, me being in rooms like such, you know, this is a collaboration. Yeah. You know, so it's stuff like this will help you guys grow, and stuff like this helps me grow. Yeah. It's like one hand wash the other. And it's like, who knows, like, not to toot no horns or anything, but like this might be the one of those episodes, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, you know, just be open to opportunities, but don't sell yourself short. Yeah. So you said self-motivation is big. How do you keep yourself motivated? You know, like one person could accomplish all of that and think that they're the best thing since sliced bread, but it seems that you're, you know, very humble and just very driven. Like, how do you stay driven? How do you stay humble? That's a hard one, because I mean, I still don't even know. To this day, I don't even know what motivates me. But praise God, you know, that's number one. But to stay humble, I just have to remember where I came from. And I have to also remember that, you know, all of this stuff is just temporary. Yeah. You know, like all this stuff can be gone in with a blink of an eye. And I say that because it's happened before, you know, back like a few years, like when my car got broken into, and my entire equipment just got stolen. Clothes got stolen, shoes got stolen. And also, you know, like you mentioned, I have siblings. So it's like, I want to make sure that I'm leading by example. I don't want them out here looking crazy or acting crazy, because then that ruins my reputation too. Yeah. And then I also have a team, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to make sure that because if I mess up, then there is no opportunity I'm not saying that they don't have the potential to unlock their own doors, but it's always good to be able to, you know, work alongside somebody who has that leverage to help you get into the doors that you want to get into. Right. Not on an opportunist note, but more so of like, yo, what we doing? How we gonna execute this? What's next? Like, I love structure. So on a humility, humble note, you know, just being thankful and just being appreciative for those who want to be around you, because nobody has to be around you. Yeah. You don't owe nobody nothing. You talked about how a couple of years ago, you think your car got broken into and they stole everything. You know, what was going through your mind in that moment? How the hell am I going to get this back? How am I going to get all this equipment back, man? Like, I made all of this and now I got to put it all the way to that, but then I got to pay for this tomorrow, and the first of the month is right there, you know, stuff like that. But like I said, I believe in God wholeheartedly, because it's just like, you know, when you open your Mac, you have that name, right? So my MacBook had my Facebook name, it had my first name and Rich, and then I had my last name. And somebody was reaching out to me on Facebook Messenger. Now, I thought this was a scam or a spam. They was like, hey, we found your stuff in our trash can. So my computer had a little bit of juice. I drove smooth down there by myself. I wasn't even strapped. I didn't have nothing. I didn't care about nothing. I just wanted my stuff. Yeah. I got my computer back, which was probably the most expensive thing. But also it came with my camera. It came with my my hard drives.
Yeah.
Client, like all my clients' work were on there.
Mm.
And it was in the most pristine condition. But somebody was so sloppy that they left their card, their work card, and like their construction thing and all that stuff. I tossed that because I didn't really care about any of that. I wasn't on retaliation mode, man. I promise you. Like I was just focused wholeheartedly on getting my equipment back and how I can just get back to work.
Yeah.
You better than me, bro.
Facts. I mean, I get that a lot, but I mean, it's like one of those situations, man, where it's just like, do I want to ruin my reputation?
That is facts. That is facts.
Yeah.
Over something that's they already did a low blow, so why would I go any lower than that?
Yeah. We had a situation at our job a couple months ago, and it was like, in that moment, you definitely want to retaliate, but it's like building what we're building. It's like it's not even worth it, you know. And so then lose all of this for a couple seconds, maybe a couple minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I mean, a lot of people lose their lives over something that, well, one thing I solely focus on is like a lot of people focus on the problems more so than the solution, right? Both take equal amount of mindset, courage, strength, thought process, all that. Both take the same amount. But as always, we were trained that it's always to good. No, it's easier to do bad than it is to do good. So,
yeah,
go the good route. That's where I'm getting at. But yeah, man, it's just life's been good, man. Whether I was not saying so, and we're in a field where it's like cutthroat. Pure cutthroat, black or white, like in your face, you know, just a lot of things can go left more than it'll go right. Yeah. Because everybody's trying to make a way for either themselves or the other people. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people that I've had on board, that I didn't know that I was teaching them the sauce, but you can only go so far with the sauce. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't even know what the sauce is made of. You don't even know like how to apply that sauce. You don't like, I know, and I use this scenario or this situation a lot. Like I know y'all been to like different, like let's say Caribbean restaurants, for example. I know y'all went to Caribbean restaurants and be like, yo, this ain't no jerk. This ain't curry. Yeah. But it's made the same way though. But one has a lot more love. One might have more salt. One might have a lot more jerk. Like it's like just treating it that way. And that's what kind of separates us all from you know, as a whole, because it's just like that spot might be the best thing since Adam and Eve. And then that spot might be the worst spot. So it's like it's all POV based, man. It's all perception based, and I feel like we just put a lot of thought process and a lot of actions and energy into things that don't need to be applied, you know?
All right, so who is Richie.Raw?
Man, that's a great question. I don't even know who that person is. I don't even know how he developed, because every time I tell somebody how I started, it always changes. So I'm going to try my hardest to let y'all know how it all started.
All right.
Granted, who is Richie.Raw is a broad question, so micro question that for me, if you don't mind.
So in a sense, like, what is like the short version of your life story? Like everything that makes you you, like, you know, you're a humble person, like your personality, like the things you've been through, the things you survived. Like, who are you?
Man, that question is deep. If I am who I am, word of King Von, you know what I'm saying? I am what I am, yo. And it's like, I don't know. I just, you know, Richie.Raw versus Richie is two totally different people, but they all stem from a creative background. One, you know, my family, both my family members. My dad, he's from Israel, and then his dad is from Burma, which is now Myanmar. And then my other side of the family is from Jamaica.
That's tough.
So the Israeli side, obviously they like money. So it's on the financial side of things. And then the Jamaican side, it was all just straight creativity. Like they just came from there with nothing. From Jamaica straight there with nothing. And try to figure it out. But the whole overall process of, keeping the sanity, keeping the dream alive was just to apply that pressure and tap into their creative side of things. I was fortunate enough to have both family members to be able to utilize the arts and talents and utilize the financial and what I knew and apply it together and just formulate a business. Now that's on the business side of things, but Richie.Raw, I feel like he's a creative man. He's blessed by the best. And he just continues to keep going and wake up every morning and say, all right, man, it's time to get back to it. I'm far from a celebrity. I might say I'm an influencer, capturing celebrities. I feel like everybody is an influencer, and I feel like everybody's a celebrity. It's just entitlement based. But, it's the world is yours, and the world is literally in the palm of our hands. Whether we pray, that's a palm right there. But if you got your phone, that's a palm right there. You have your hands and your feet work. Don't tell me you can't make it back. Don't tell me you can't chase your dreams. Yeah. Because I know somebody in a wheelchair that's chasing their dreams right now, living their best life. Yeah. So, yeah.
Who instilled these morals, these values into you?
Trial and error.
God damn.
Trial and error. That's it. Journey, experiences, life. Whether it was tragic incidents, associations, affiliations, work, 9 to 5s, family. Yeah. Mother Nature. Like all of that. Those are stuff like that is what instilled and still applies and implies to what I do on a daily basis.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm just I'm taking, like, you dropping gems. We probably been doing this for like 15 minutes, but like, just everything that you're speaking, it's just very, I won't even say refreshing. We keep coming across people that are in these places where you have every right to, be, feeling like that you're, the greatest thing in the world. But, you're so humble. You're so thankful for everything, and I definitely think that, like you said, that one experience where it getting breaking into the car, that easily can make you, think back then. But even that would not stop somebody from going through everything. You said it's only been 2 years that you've been doing all this. And,
yeah, man.
And it's only the beginning.
Yeah. I mean, well, I've been doing all of this on and off. I've been doing this for 9 to 10 years. Okay. 5 years. No, was it 6? Probably going on 6, 7 years. Probably like 5, 6 years now. Mm-hmm. I've been locked in all the way. Like, people keep telling me, you need a job, you need this, you need that. I remember when my grandparents, like, when I was staying with them for a little bit, they automatically assumed that I was selling drugs because they didn't, assumed I was selling drugs because they didn't know that a camera can make you, what I'm making, right? Yeah. Me putting up, like I had a car accident, probably like 2 years ago. My car flipped on the highway 4 times after being on a DMV, tour with Skilla Baby, and it was somebody broke into my car and I was drifting and I was tired and everywhere was closed. It was like 4:00. Didn't even think about a 7-Eleven at the time. I should have to ask for like a plastic bag to like go over the window. Right. But when I was driving home, I said, I can make it. I'm only had 30 minutes left. I got it. And the white noise of the wind just blowing just made me drift off and fall asleep. So I got connected to a Mack truck and my car flipped 4 times. So I'm going to tell you this is going to blow your mind even more. My computer flew out the window. My car landed upside down. I didn't have no broken bones. The only thing I had was a scratch on my forehead. somebody came, my hard drive flew out the window, which had all my work again on it. And somebody came to me and he was like, "Is this yours?" I said, "Yeah." Put it in my, when I got home, I collected everything, but everything was broken. But the only thing that wasn't broken was my camera. Yo, I'll tell you, like, everything was just jammed inside of a car, and it was like just compacted, right? And compressed, like just done. And I saw a red bag, and the only thing I cared about, I didn't care if I had a missing finger. I didn't care if my like I wasn't focused on nothing but my camera.
Yeah. So
like when I saw a red bag, and it was like, "We can't get it out. We can't get it out." I said, "Try harder." And I was like, "You know what? Move." Like, I'm going to rip that out because that's all I know is I need my camera bag. Stop playing games with me. So, turned it on. It worked. Got into the ambulance. They tried to say that I had a DUI. I wasn't even drinking that day. So, they took me to court, you know. I mean, this is like months and weeks later, but they took me to court and they were like, "Hey, you know, they're going to charge you for DUI because they found some form of like liquor in you." And I'm like, there was no liquor in me because I wasn't drinking. I was more focused on working. So that got expunged. So thank God I'm record free too, you know, and also just being able to get back to it with that same camera that suffered that four flip, you know. But yeah, no, I mean, it's just, you know, one of those situations where it's like life or death situations, but also I'm locked in. Like, this is part 2 of my life. Like, I wasn't guaranteed. I wasn't promised that life. Like, like this moment right here, I was not guaranteed nor promised, right? You know, so shout out to you guys for, you know, not only just knowing this people mutuals, but also just having me on board to be able to share a portion of my testimony, you know, because I have a lot. But I mean, like, you know, just sharing that and letting people know, like, they're complaining about marbles while I went through boulders. I hop over marbles. People think marbles are boulders. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to climb over to Mount Everest to get to where I need to get to. Yeah. While people was like, "Yo, there's a marble right there. Don't trip, don't fall." I'm like, I'm going to fall and get up and fall and get up till I get across that room of marbles. You know what I mean? So it's like, you pick your battles, you pick where you want to go. And I keep forgetting that a lot of people's expectations and levels of success is totally different. Like, my level of success is like up here, while theirs can be down here. And I say this in the most humble way, but people can't surpass certain things. Yeah. And I keep forgetting that. So I just had to continue to keep reminding myself, like, not everything's for everybody. And not just focus on yourself. And you can't take everybody with you.
Oh, that's it right there.
That's a big one.
Yes. My goodness. How many times have I tried? Yes.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm grateful for the ones that stood around, and shout out to my boy Ram. You know, he's definitely a creative, more, I wouldn't say figure, a creative brother in my life. You know what I mean? We hold each other accountable, give each other credit. Yeah. Show each other where we lacking. And just motivate and inspire each other. Yeah. Whether it's small projects, big projects, we know how to correlate and we know how to get it done.
I think the big thing you said is just trying to take the last thing I remember is trying to take everybody with you. Like that's the biggest lesson I had to like learn. Like, I say December, I lost, I'll say 1 or 2 people. I think the second one might have been January. You might have to remind me, but we lost 2 people that I'd held in high regard, and you know, it hurt, but like, I don't think it's coincidence that right after I lost them 2 people, or they were removed from my life, I'd probably say we only had 179 followers on Instagram for this podcast. And then as soon as they left, we got 700 followers within those next 2 weeks. And then now we're getting like, it's just steady going forward. And so I'm thinking a way that is kind of similar to how, you know, broken into your car flipped, and the one thing that you need that's take you to where you need to go is the one thing that was straight.
Yeah, bro. We're talking hours. We're not hour and some change, but we're not talking about like take a butt like where we're at. We don't have none of that metropolitan area.
Yeah.
You know, I'm used to that. Like Silver Spring is my home. Like I probably did like 14, 15 years there until I had to relocate to the Eastern Shore. And I'm sure we have some topics to talk about the Eastern Shore, but you know, just really relocating there and having an opportunity to see, God has his way of removing people out of your life, per what y'all are saying, but also keeping us out of harm's way, out of the mix of everything. Because I promise you, if I was still home, I don't even know where I would be at right now. If I was still on the shore, I don't even I didn't even touch the camera on the shore. So that's how I know I would not be where I'm at on the shore. And shout out to the shore. And shout out to home. But you know, a lot of these, like I said, you know, trial and error journeys, you know, I graduated from Easton High. And I was able to, after graduation, we just moved back across the bridge because it was like, you know, I always had this theory, like, what if the bridge broke down? How are we coming across? Where, like, please tell me, because I'm not driving around Delaware just around. No, because my mom barely drove, so it's like I wasn't even driving at the time, so it was like, you know, we're stuck. You know, might as well consider this a state on its own, or just merge it with Delaware, however you want to do it. But like, I had some good moments on that side of town, on that side of the bridge. Yeah, you know, shout out to the shore again, man. And you know, I saw a lot of things, met a lot of people, met your cousin. You know, that was my homie. Shout out to Kevin, Miss Sharia, all love, and the little ones as well. I don't even know how old they are now, but shout out to them too. You know, so. Just grateful, man. Just, you know, taking things one step at a time, just, you know, networking with the right people, just making sure that, you know, everybody's good and we all walk away with, you know, masterpieces, man, you know. Yeah. Like I said, everybody's level of success is different. So, you know, we can only just hold each other accountable to a certain degree and move on with our life.
Man. You should write a book, but let's take a step back. So how did you become a photographer and a videographer?
Man, I was hoping that question was not asked. I've always been a visual person. That's for sure. I've always loved movies. I've always loved just like I said, visual, but also paying attention to detail. Started off making music, wanted to be the biggest artist of all time. Then I started drawing. We started working with this place called Noon Tiding. They helped us with like we drew for them. They put it on their signs because you know how the shore is. They like the where you see on the boardwalk.
Oh yeah.
Stuff like that. So we were selling for them. And then I was like, after 12th grade, I was gifted a camera, gave it to my grandfather. He didn't, you know, he was like, oh, well, I might put it in my stash. Never seen that camera again. Went to community college to get my associates. Somebody introduced me to a camera. And then I had an iPhone. I think it was like probably like the 6 or 7 at the time. And you know, I got hired. I fell in love with it. I used this camera, bought a camera, had a friend who helped me invest in my own camera. And then I got booked for a wedding and I hired the person who taught me how to use a camera. He doesn't even use a camera anymore. He doesn't even shoot anymore. And I've just took off since.
So from that wedding, how did you build? And so let me back up. So once you started, you know, you always creative, you always visual, like getting that camera. Did you think like, oh yeah, I'm going to just make this a career, or is just something kind of on the side?
Like I said, I've always been an entrepreneur. I had a financial side. So I've always, it was either go in or go home. Go hard or go soft. And you know, you pick your wind speed, or the society will pick the wind speed, but you pick how, you know, how stable you want your ship to set sail. You know, and I had to let go. I didn't know at the time, but I had to let go of a lot of anchors. You know, you can't set sail with anchors. You got to know what those anchors are, where they were, how they are, how deep they are, how to reel them in, how to let them go, how to, like, you know what I mean, stuff like that. It was a strategic thing.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like the people you associate yourself with weighs way more than that anchor that's stopping you from setting sail.
How did you know they were anchors? And when you found that out, how hard was it to kind of let them go?
Man, how did I know they were anchors? Some people really show you who they are based off first impression. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I was never a blindsided person.
Yeah.
I can feel the energy.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, gave them what they wanted, and seeing that, you know, what I provided was too luxury for them.
Mm.
Way too much for them.
Yeah.
You know, you ever see, what's that movie called? Like Thor.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see how easy it is to lift it up because it was meant for you? But if somebody try to move that hammer, good luck. You know, you're powerful with your own tools,
Mm-hmm.
but they're not powerful with it because they can't even lift it up. So it's like one of those situations. If you can touch it, then you're holy, you know?
Yeah.
But if you can't touch it, then you're not a part of my society, my movement. Yeah. And that goes for family too. Don't get it twisted. Yeah. I know some strangers that treat me better than my blood. They say blood is thicker than water. But you put them both in you mix them both. Which one you see more color of? The red or the see-through? You know? And it's just like, you got to make sure, you know. And I say that because it might go over a lot of people's head, but like when your family knows you way too well,
mm-hmm.
that they can become water too.
Mm.
So you got to be careful of who you call family.
Mm-hmm. Hey.
Because they can mix with strangers and friends and all this other stuff, and they turn their back on you and do this and do that because they know more about you and they'll pass that on. I'm not saying I've been finessed by family, but I know that I've seen it by other people. But I also know that what family has intentions, good or bad,
Mm-hmm.
and you just got to understand that we're all human and we're all here to live we all have a purpose. So it's just like, you either find that purpose with me,
Mm-hmm.
or you find it without me, and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not calling in or checking in, like I'm calling in and checking in, I don't want to hear nothing about nothing, because I'm putting in more work than you ever did in your life, just in a matter of 3 calls. And that's another inspiration too. It's just, and motivation for me. It's just like, all right, cool. You know, family's supposed to be there for you regardless. Mm-hmm. Not only when you're born and when you're dead. Like, come on. You know, like, yeah. I mean, I know strangers that were there for me when I was born, and I know strangers that's there for me when I die too. So how do you know the difference between blood and water, aside from the color?
Man, we could spend all night talking about that.
Man, you said you had this place all night, yo. Just let me know.
So, listening to what you're saying, right? So, you know, it's a lot of wolves covered in sheep clothing. You know what I mean? I'm a big family guy. You know what I mean? Like, if you family, right or wrong, I'm riding for you. That's just how I was raised up. You know what I mean?
Loyalty for sure.
Yeah, like, but honestly, like, over loyal. Like, to be honest, like, yeah. That's just how it really is. But like, for you, like, how is it like cutting off family? Like, how is that process for you? Like, is it an easy thing? Is it kind of like, you know, you either hop on or you drown? Like,
it's depressing. It has its moments. I've never been too attached to anything. Mm-hmm. You know, because like I said, the water and blood thing, materialistic things can become family too. Because like I told y'all before, like my camera, I feel like that is the most, aside from God, it's the most family oriented thing I have in my life. It's therapeutic. It helps pay the bills. It's there for me. All it needs is love and charge, and exporting and uploading and on to the next one. You know, but at the same time, I also utilize that to help pave ways and help inspire my siblings, help pay bills for myself and my family. You know, so I'd be crazy to say that my camera is not a family member of mine. You know, but being over loyal can hurt you.
That's facts.
Just to go back to what we were talking about, being over loyal can definitely hurt you because that's what they want you to be. They want you to be there. They want you to be loyal. They want you. You know, they don't need you. They just want you.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, you know, you ever been there for somebody, you dropped everything, your entire agenda for somebody, but then when it's something as little as go to the store and give me something, they can't even do that. Oh man, you know, I wish you hit me 30 minutes ago. I'm in bed right now. Are you for real?
I felt that.
So what am I supposed to do? I don't know. Call somebody, see if they got you. All right. I'll call X, Y, and Z. Then all of a sudden, a day or two go by. Hey, did you ever get with such and such? I'm like, yo, I'll talk to you later. What should I talk about? Why do you care? Yeah. If you're so worried about that, you could have done that for me, and vice versa. You call me at 12, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm outside coming to get you. What's up? You need help? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Nah, for some people, it's just too late, or they're too lazy, or they just don't have any intentions of helping you fulfill whatever needs to be fulfilled. You know? And shout out to everybody that has a family that actually goes out the way for them. That's huge. Keep them around.
You know, for majority of our friendship, I've always said I don't meet too many people that's like us. You know what I mean? In a sense where it's like that big heart, you know, like on like the Grinch when his heart grew 3 times. Like our hearts have always been that big, and it's like you don't find too many people that are willing to do that type of stuff. Like you said, like that 3, like that. It's no. I was having this conversation with somebody like, oh, that's too much. It's not too much though, because I rock with you. You know what I mean? So like it's never too much. It's never too much. It's never too much money. It's never too much time. It's never too late. It's never too early. It's never too heavy. I'm never too stressed out. Like, oh, I'm stressing you out. I mean, maybe, but like it's fine though. It don't feel like stress on me. You know what I mean? And like I do feel like that, like he said, that you can be over loyal, but that's where the lack of boundaries, you know what I mean? Not setting those boundaries for certain people that aren't willing to do once you know what I mean? Like me and him, we already know what it is. We argue about who's going to pay the bill. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it's like, man, look, I'm paying it. Like, are you hungry? I don't got no money. I didn't ask that. I asked, what you hungry? Like, you know, type stuff like that. Versus somebody else, they'd be like, oh yeah, I'm hungry. But like, dang, that's crazy. Facts.
That's facts, yo. And to feed off what you were saying, yo, the thought of even saying, like whatever you said, the thought of that's too much or that's, you know, whatever, that alone is too little. You ain't even think about it yet. You ain't even take the chance to even sit down and think about it. The whole thought process, probably, yo, if you're hungry, yo, I only got such and such. Such and such, I don't need to know what your wallet look like. But I asked you, if you're hungry, take that before I take it back, you know? But I don't take nothing back because I feel like if I take it back, it's just like, you know, that alone is going to burn a bridge, you know? Just like, even if you're not hungry in the moment, bro, just take it. Yeah. Just take it, save it for later. Right. Because there's going to come a time when you ain't have nothing. You'll be like, dang, I'm hungry. Oh, shoot, I have this in the fridge. You know? So you just got to, I don't know, man. You just, you know, and also just having people around you that say, you know, like, having people around you that offer you food or offering you that that opportunity to even grab anything. It doesn't even have to be food, but it just offering you like, yo, Rich, you know, you such and such, or you know, hey, yo, Rich, you trying to ride with me? You never know that you might not even be able to see that person again.
Yeah.
Take that opportunity, spend your quality time, make sure you're benefiting, whether it's, you know, just time away. For me, it'll be time considered me being away from my computer, editing. Like, I need that one. Like, yo, Rich, let's go. Say no more. Let's ride out. Let's get out of here. But I know I had to be back at this time because I have to go back to the editing because I have clients that already, you know what I mean? So, and time is all we have. So definitely make sure that you utilize your time wisely, and definitely make sure that you apply your time to quality people.
I think that's literally today. Well, it won't be today when it's come out, but today I just started, like I let everybody know in my circle, like, look, these next 3 months, I need to focus on myself and the podcast so that I can make sure that I put myself in a position to be able to give my more time and it not cost me as much. You know what I mean? And, you know, I really did that to kind of see who was going, oh man, but, this doesn't afford for, you know, what you can't. But thankfully, everybody was like, okay, I get it. Take the time you need. You know what I mean? I have a prayer call. I put my sisters in charge. Y'all got this right now. You know, I'm usually in charge. I'm using, hey, look, y'all got this. I pop in when I can, but like you said, like I need to edit. Make sure everything is getting out. Everything's smooth. Put people in, delegate people to be in certain positions to make sure that things is flowing. So that next time you come, you know what I mean? We in a multi-million-dollar studio. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yo, we speaking that into existence. Yeah. Y'all hear me? we in there, you know. Next time, I know we only have a limited amount of time, and I can probably go to like chapter 4 with you guys till we all just slumped on the floor and we having a podcast. But yo, bro, you hungry? But like, yeah, man, it's just, you know, people that actually see the vision and support you and like, actually look out for you, they will drop everything just to make sure you're good. Yeah, because our reputation is on the line. And you know, I don't care what race you are, I don't care what gender you are, I don't care. Like, imagine if we were blind. Like, we all have the same agenda, we all don't have the same amount of time on this planet, but we all have something to chase, and that is our calling, our passion. And you know, like I said, all of our levels of success are different. So, you know, one person might see your level of success and you'll be like, oh man, he big headed now. He had a host on his show and now he think he top shot caller now, not knowing that you didn't pay nobody. So they be like, all right, well, you know, I'm about to reach out to him, see if I can, you know, squeeze him, milk him for his money. You know, maybe he can look out for one time. And then you be like, hello, why you look out for me?
Yeah.
That's why you never treat, especially like, I treat homeless people the same like I treat a regular person.
Not real life.
Because like, look at all the entrepreneurs that started that are multi-billionaires right now. All they needed was that one pivot. That one genuine person that wanted to hear them out without discriminating. And all of a sudden, you see them in a suit and tie. I'm like, oh, yeah, I needed you. I was looking for you. I appreciate you. Let's work. Other people, nah, don't even look out for him. Don't do that, yo. Don't talk to him. He's weird. You know, he's this. He wants this. He wants this for drugs. He wants this for that. He wants this. That no. Sometimes people just need somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
They don't even know what a genuine conversation is anymore. Yeah. You know? I just had one the other day with somebody and I asked him, I said, yo, is this by choice? He was like, yeah. I said, why? He said, because my daughter passed away and I'm the only one that goes to see her. I said, so you ever see yourself working? Like, what are you doing with your life right now? He said, you know, I've done it all and nothing seems to amaze me or nothing seems to motivate me. And, you know, I just don't have that drive, that excitement for anything but my daughter. He doesn't even know what day it is. he don't know nothing, but he knows what time to see his daughter at the funeral. Not the funeral, the gravesite. And I'm like, hey man, if that makes you happy, I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can only give you my time. I'm not going to give you my life, but I'm going to give you my time to hear you out. But that was kind of deep because it's just like, and I told him, I said, bro, like, why don't you go out there and make your daughter proud? He was like, man, you know, I've been doing this for so long that I don't, you know, the only thing that would make me proud is her presence. Granted, I don't have kids, so I don't know what that feeling's like. So, you know, might be a PTSD moment. To the point where I can't do it. I'm not a therapist. But like I said, I'll give you that shoulder. I'll give you that dollar. I'll give you whatever you need. Yo, I'm there. Because I know that my karma is going to be threefolds. I'm blessed. I'm alive. I'm here. You know, obviously I'm doing good for myself, you know. And plus, like, your family, like, they know a lot about you. So it's like, they're automatically going to assume you're good. Yeah.
It's deep.
It is deep. Because I'm definitely going to get about 10 text messages tomorrow. Asking me for some money.
Nah, for sure. If you have it, give. If you don't give. But you don't have to give them a reason for why you don't have it. And that's facts.
Going back to like what you do, like what is a creative director actually do?
Oh man. Everybody's perception on creative directing is different. That's something I have to think about. I can honestly just say that creative directors play a lot of roles. It's not just one. It's an umbrella. And it's like in micro categories, subcategories. Whether a creative director is operating a camera, video, stylist, creating the vision, mood boards, all of that nature, like, and the list goes on. Like, I only named like just a few of the major ones. But a creative director is to make sure that the project is complete in a creative way, based on their needs or the client's needs. And I could be wrong, but again, like, our perception is totally different when it comes to creative directing. You know, formulating a team, that's creative director. Hiring people, renting equipment, making sure that everything is good, you know, without someone directing you. But also being a creative director doesn't mean you can't hire a director. There can be multiple directors and one creative director. It can be multiple creative directors and like one director, you know. There's a director of operations. There's a director of photography. There's a director of the list goes on. It just helps when you break it down. It helps you takes a lot of weight off your shoulders. But you know, per the project, I feel like a creative director is more so along the lines of like the CEO. Making sure like the business is going well. Because you have a reputation that you have to hold. And then, you know, you have that one director who's like the GM or the owner or the manager or whatever. Just making sure that everything else is going according to plan. Then you have the GM, then you have the manager, then you have the lead, and then you have it's just like straight roots and like it's just straight subcategories after subcategories after subcategories. But as a creative director, you're always on top of it and you're making sure that everything is executed in the way that it was envisioned professionally.
So take us through a day in the life of Richie.Raw. From the time that your alarm clock or your internal alarm clock goes off, the sunrise or the sun not even up yet.
A day, man, it's overwhelming. I hit that snooze button like 5 times. I already like once that one alarm goes off, I already know what time it is. Once that alarm go off, I know what time it is. I know how many snoozes I've hit. But you know, it's every day is the same thing unless I have a booking. So it depends on what the booking is. I guess that's how I formulate my days. Like if I don't have any bookings, I'm editing. If I'm not editing, I'm working. If on per booking, or I'm marketing myself, or I'm, social media takes a toll out of our days. So it's just like, you know what I mean? That's a full-time job on its own, so, and traveling too. So,
yeah.
I mean, I feel like from sun up to sundown, I'm always on the road. From sun up to sundown, I'm marketing. Sometimes, I'm even working while I'm driving. I'm like, damn, I'm here already?
Yeah.
How I get here? I thought this was like an hour and 15 minutes. I feel like I got here in like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Not knowing I was just scrolling and just like typing and texting and, So that's why I'm trying to work on a team so I can have like the admins and all that take care of that other stuff.
Yeah.
And I can just focus solely and put my 110% rather than just my 90% or my 100% in one thing. I want to be able to put something out there that's like impactful on 10 toes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With my hands in the dirt. Right. Like I want to be able to just say, you know what? And it's coming. Today is a day where I'm going to be the best that I can be. Not the best that somebody else wants me to be.
Yeah.
To answer that question, what separates a good creative director from a good one is the mindset, the hustle and the drive, the energy, your association, your team. There ain't no I in team. I know there's I in win, but you can't win without a team. You can go somewhere fast solo, but you can't go somewhere far by yourself. And don't let nobody tell you otherwise, because I promise you that same person is probably stuck on like level 2 while somebody's on level 5
with a team.
I know it's hard to trust a team though.
That's my big thing right now, is because when we started, like I did everything, just based on our circumstance, like I just had to do everything. And so then eventually we had to have a conversation like, yeah, you can't do everything. Like it's not going to work if you don't. So then relinquish your control and like, hey, you do this. And then it's like, I think the biggest issue I have personally is like being able to allow people to be great in their own way. It don't got to be my way. You know what I mean? It don't got to be right. And especially because like a lot of people have like 2 heads are always better than one. Yeah. And so there's a way that he looks at it and I look at it a certain way. And it's like, he says something, I'm like, dang, that's a great idea. And I would have never thought about that today, tomorrow, or the day after that. You know what I mean? Or even, my little brother, he had a good idea. Like, oh, let's do this. And I'm like, dang, that's a great idea. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or just allowing everybody to bring their expertise and their experience for the greater good, right? I think that's the biggest issue I have. And then also just relinquishing control in general. Just like, it's okay. Like, it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
And having faith that what I do and what I've taught is like, it's going to work.
Yeah, no, for sure. Never be I tell this to everybody. I don't know who's religious, who's watching this, and who's religious, but like, one, on a flesh note, never be afraid to learn. Never be afraid to be a student. Because that's how you learn, right?
Yeah.
But if you think about it, you got Jesus sitting on the right side of the throne. He's learning too. So our higher up is learning from his creator. Why can't we? We create. He created the earth. We're creating what we envision. What makes us satisfied. We might not write about it, but I make sure, me on a personal level, I make sure that everybody gets tired of me, bro. I don't give a crap. I don't care. But I document my life. I document my journey, not to boast, but to inspire.
Yeah.
I document my journey to make sure that people know that it's possible. And in order to make sure that it's possible, you got to live by prayer, but you also got to, trust the process and trust that God has your, like, he would never stir you in the wrong way unless you stir yourself. A long time ago, I done said, yo, take the wheel. I don't even want it anymore. You see the vision. You bless me with this. It's all you know. I still have my feet. I still have my hands. I still have my eyes. I still have my senses. All of that. Show me the way. And that's just how it's going to be from here on out.
How would you advise somebody to do that when they've always controlled everything? How do you relinquish control when you've always had control?
That's a great question. I mean, do we really have it all? I don't. I'm still working for what I want. So I can only imagine somebody who says that they have it all when they really don't. But yeah, I don't. Like, that's a great question. I've never really thought about that. I've never really even took the time to even think about that. But I've learned that I can only focus on what I want and not what other people want.
Yeah.
I know what I want for me. I don't know what you want for you. You can tell me what you want, but that might not be what you want. You can tell me what you want me to hear, but that might not be what you want me to tell me genuinely. Yeah. So I don't know. I really don't know how to answer that question, to be honest. Because, like, I personally, I don't know. I don't know. I'm over here trying to think about it, but I don't know the answer to that thing. And it's okay, because, like, I don't know everything.
What is the moment you realize, like, this is what you're meant to do?
In what way? Sorry about that.
As far as, being in this field, this career, you know what I mean? Having this drive, but mainly your career. How did you know this is what you were meant to do full time?
You just get that feeling and that calling, and the doors start to open up as the days and the projects go by.
Yeah.
And stop seeking validation. That facial expression was crazy. You don't need validation to win. You're your own proof that you're on the right track. That outside noise is just for the birds. You know, if you need somebody to tell you, yo, keep doing your thing, keep doing this, keep doing that, keep doing this, keep doing that. Or are you telling me something I already know? Yeah, I feel like validation, social media has embedded validation in our minds. We don't even know what we want anymore. We just going with the flow of life and what the flow of things. But, as a creative director, me and my boy Ram, for example, like, we are a creative director to a certain extent, but it's up to the opposing or the clientele to let us know their vision. Yeah. We are just to take what they give us from the grocery store and try to make what they want while adding our sauce to it. Yeah. But not telling the hows, the whats, the ifs, the ands, the whens, the whatever, you know what I mean? Like, you say you trust me. That's the reason why you booked me. Now trust me as I cook. And we know that we did a great job based on that inner feeling or even customer satisfaction. Like, yo, that was the best video, bro. These photos are fire. But then again, that goes back to validation. So how do you know? Because they're going to tell you what you want to hear. But how do you know if that's the right one? You just got to trust your instincts. Or that might not even be the best one. Like, when we go out and shoot, like, we might not be able to take all the takes that we want to take. We might not be able to capture or do things that we want to do. But working with what you have and being able to see the outcome and it's better than what you envisioned it, that's priceless. Yeah. Because that means you don't have to go out there and do it again. You don't have to deal with this person again unless they book you again, which is a high possibility. But you just want to. Also, man, all in all, never let nobody steal your happiness and your joy.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let nobody take your passion away from you.
Mm-hmm.
Because if the table was turned, your name will be ran in the dirt, full of pessimism, narcissism, and the whole list of negative energy, negative thoughts, negative whatever. So it's like, just do what makes you happy and figure out what that is and continue to better yourself and your craft for the sake of you and what you were gifted by the man upstairs.
Man.
Because at the end of the day, you don't go home to them. They're not paying your bills. I mean, they are, but it depends on what field you're in. But it's like you don't have to report to them until because there's a reason for why somebody books you. They love your work. They love your previous work. They love your resume. They love your portfolio or resume portfolio. They love who you are as a person, and they just love how you move.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's one of those situations where it's like, yo, I think you should just trust me. Tell me what you need right now before this day is over, because there ain't no reruns, there ain't no reshoots unless you're paying me for another reshoot, because that's my time that's my time that we're using, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I feel like a lot of people don't really understand the importance of time. We're already in quarter 2 of the year?
Yeah.
Literally, day 1, no April Fools, none of that, yo. Day 1, April Fools, April 1st, quarter 2. How are we going to better yesterday, last year, the week before, quarter 1, stuff like that. Like, I'm always that person where I'm like, yo, I have to be better than yesterday or I'll be down for a week. How can you drive a car with no gas?
Facts.
And nowadays, how can you drive a car with no energy? So, just stay motivated, stay locked in, and find what works best for you and only you, and make sure that you're happy and content with what you're doing, and understand that it's never too late to change what you want to do. Like, let's say if I don't want to do this photography stuff anymore, what am I going to do? It's always good to have a backup plan. And it's always good to plant those seeds. So when it's time to expand or pivot, then you already got that foot in that door.
Yeah.
Or it's already harvesting over time, and all you got to do is just switch lanes and then go back to that field. Because for a fact that even if you are struggling or whatever the case is, you can go right back to that. In my case, my camera, and start shooting again. Yeah. Just to make ends meet if I wanted to.
Right.
But apply that pressure and apply that time to whatever makes you happy, not what makes money. And I feel like money falls in that category of validation. Like, yo, I got 100 bands. Okay. You probably the most miserable inside.
Yeah.
Bro, I only got $10. Who said you need money? Let's go out and let's have a good time. Say no more. So I don't know, man. It's just life is funny, man. Life really can really take a toll on you, like a drastic toll. Yeah. You just have to learn how to grasp it and how to take control of it before it controls you. And that, I feel like that falls in the category of a creative director, is like being able to control something before the subcategories control you, and now you're at the bottom of the list, and all of a sudden the lighting assistant has become the creative director because so just stand on 10, treat people how you want to be treated, and then continue to just keep moving and keep elevating and keep prospering and keep your faith alive and just hope for the best.
Being a creative director, have you ever had to push back on an artist idea?
All the time. Like I said, I can only bring so much to the table, but it's not my project. Sometimes, I mean, I guess it depends on the situation.
Mhm.
So like if it was my project and I reach out to the artist, it would be totally different. If the artist reached out to me
Mhm.
and they have a vision, then I got to fulfill that vision because it's not my vision.
Yeah.
I can only add to it
Mhm.
or subtract to it. But that's only if they want it to be dim or if they want it to be, elevated a little bit more.
Do you feel like you've gained that respect to where artists or anybody you work with, they kind of okay with receiving your feedback?
Yeah, all the time. I mean, a lot of people that I shoot with, they always ask me, what do I think?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that question is, I'm appreciative of that question because that means they trust me when they get.
Yeah.
And I'm always open for creative, feedback.
Mm-hmm.
I'm open to criticism. You can say my work is trash. I would not get offended at all. Like, I'm not one of them because, like, I refuse to say my work is the greatest and that work is garbanzo. You know what I mean? Like, nah, yeah. I'm cool. Like back in the day when we were all like, yo, you chop. Like, yeah, no, my work ain't never gonna be no chop. So you got me messed up, yo, because I'm working with big names and big dogs and big budgets and all this other stuff. Like you know what I mean? Like I can't afford to drop the ball on because somebody decided to say I'm the greatest and I wasn't. I don't even think, in this lifetime, I don't think I'll be the greatest. Tyler Perry, he probably doesn't even think he's the greatest.
Yeah.
He's just out here inspiring the aspiring, And I feel like that's how we all teach each other, whether we teach through projects or we teach verbally or we teach, however one teaches. But I can only speak on behalf of me. Like I teach people based on the outcome because my outcome will drive in the traffic to where they will ask the questions that I have the answer to. Don't come to me and ask me no questions and I don't have the answer to it because you're going to be disappointed regardless. Because let's say, for example, like somebody came to me and asked me if, how do you do this with this Nikon? How do you fix this? I don't know. I've never shot with a Nikon and I don't, shout out to Nikon, but I don't plan on shooting with no Nikon. I've seen people create phenomenal work with Nikons.
Yeah.
But you would know what's your calling and what's not your calling. If you're good with a Nikon, and I was always told this too, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
So if you're comfortable with the Nikon, run with it. If you're comfortable with a Canon, run with it. If you're comfortable with a Sony, run with it.
Yeah.
I put emphasis on Sony because I'm a Sony shooter. But run with that Sony.
Yeah.
And make sure that you use that Sony till it can't be used anymore. And faithfully, my Sony camera has paid bills. It landed me gigs. It helped me bring on people like Rem. He's a Sony shooter as well. So, and we both had the same camera. So we're able to just create content that looks semi-similar, but different because the ingredients are different. The vision is different.
Yeah.
The perception is different. The angles are different. The lighting is different. Like there's so many factors that play a huge role in and now I'm speaking on a creative director now.
Yeah.
So many factors that play a huge role in certain things that, that require a specific style of like editing or execution.
What's your favorite area to work in, like in like athletics or with artists or with like different brands or?
So I told myself this year, I'm doing sports and fashion.
Okay.
I want to do more sports and more fashion.
Yeah.
I feel like those two outlets can't be replaced anytime soon with this thing called AI. Unfortunately, music will always be there and artists will always be there. But how many times can you shoot that one A this artist? B this artist, C this artist, D this artist? Like how many times are you going to shoot that? Like what does it really do for you? How many times does that artist go on tour? as far as you work with an athlete, you're with them the entirety of the season. And then you might even be a part of their family. And then they might know another athlete. So you're millions of athletes compared to hundreds of artists. Which one are you taking?
Shoot, I take them athletes.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And they have a bigger budget. A genuine budget. Not short dollar, yo, $200. I got, yo, here, take this book in, yo. Or like some of them act like artists too, because a lot of them will be like, yo, I got my own in-house photographer. I'm gonna rock with him till I die, type of vibe, right? Some of them will say, yo, I got $50. So what you can do for me? Nothing. You know, thank you though. You know, but then when you say no, when you know yourself and you know when to say no and you know what's for you, the day you say no, another door will open up. Let's say I said no to the Commanders,
Okay.
for example, because their budget was low. Then the Patriots, who's my favorite team, came to me and was like, yo, we got such and such for you. Like, without even telling them what the Commanders offered. And no shade, no bash on nobody. But if the Patriots are offering me this deal and the Commanders, which is local, is offering me this deal, I'm taking that. Taking that deal. I'm relocating. I'm taking my family with me. I'm taking whatever, everything with me. I'm relocating on spot. Let's get this done. Let's figure out how to do this, because art has been therapeutic to me and it helped me it saved me mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, like spiritually, the whole nine, man. Like it just helped me stay in tune with myself, and it helped me elevate and help me understand that this was for me and this is meant for me. I can't really tell you how many times people try to dictate my future, but when I try to dictate their future, I'm cut. It don't work like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, just know your worth.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to say no. Even if you think it's the best, pray on it first of all.
Yeah.
But even if you think it's the best opportunity in the moment, it might not be the best opportunity. Don't just automatically jump to it because you need that. Be like, hey, you know, thank you for the opportunity. You know, let me go over it with my team. Let me see how we can make this work, even if you don't have a team. Like, just, you know, formulate something a narrative that, you know, they'll understand, to where, okay, he's on to us. Or he's, you know, because like on that next phone call and you express your sincere gratitude, but you're about to reject, they'll counter offer and be like, hey, you know, like we thought about it and I'm going to offer you the X, Y, and Z amount more. Sometimes it will pull out and drop less, but you know what's meant for you when you say no, not when you say yes.
So before I ask my question, I just want to apologize to your Patriots. I know that was a tough situation.
It was a horrendous situation, man. Like, man, I lost so much money on FanDuel. I tried to file a dispute with my bank. It didn't work like that, unfortunately. So it is what it is. A loss is a loss. But you know, unfortunately, we just weren't ready. But we were so focused on Drake May being the next Brady, and you know, he great leaders. Two different, you know, Brady has what, like, how many rings? 7. Drake has
9.
Exactly. So that's where the experience comes into effect. You know, like Drake doesn't have enough experience in the league yet. Brady has endless, but not endless, but you know, he has ample enough to say, or to be considered the GOAT.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because like that's what everybody should be working on. Not everybody, but like what I'm working on is just to leave some form of like some form of, help me out here,
legacy.
To to where like Richie.Raw is the greatest of all time. You know what I'm saying? I had somebody yesterday. I was on the phone. I called my boy Rem too. I was on the phone. He was like, you know, Richie, you're not the best in the DMV. And I was like, whoa. I said, okay. He said, but they're not the best either. And I'm like, oh, so where are we going with this?
Yeah.
You know, so it's just like, I was going to say, yo, you're not the best at what you do either. But it's just like, you know, I take stuff and like that into consideration. But like, all right, but he said that. Now, how the fuck am I going to get this? How am I going to be? I'm not trying to prove to him. Like I said, I take feedback, you know, I don't take it in a negative way, you know, cause sometimes people don't even practice what they preach.
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't even train their eyes. Sometimes 110% is not good enough for people, but 20% is great for people. I put this up on my my notes on Instagram the other day. It said, does status and quality really discourage people from wanting to work with you? I can't tell you how many people say, preach, yes. Quality deters people because they feel like without even inquiring, they'll think that it's like you're worth like $1 million. And I'm like, or sometimes people won't even reach out for the fact that for the fear of not being responded to. You know, it's just like text messages. Like I have almost like 1,400 text messages, but I still find a way to make a way to get to them while still getting back to my DMs and then my messengers and then WhatsApp. And it's all about timing again and making room for what you want.
Yeah.
And when you want it. Yeah. But still, we'll be back in the Super Bowl next year.
Said all that to say.
Yes, indeed. And if not, you know, put me in the game, coach. Put me in the
It
game.
really do be like that, especially on FanDuel. They might as well just put me in the They might as well just put me in the game because I'll do better at this point. Like, I'll be losing hella bread on FanDuel. My fellas be hurt, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Yeah, it's very, yeah. It's tempting. The temptation is there. You know, especially when the payout is high. Man, what? I don't even want to talk about it, but the ROI was looking very like, Mom, yo, pack your bags. We are leaving America for good. And then, you know, you need help unpacking. Hey, yo, like, it's just one of those, man. You just gotta trust the process and not be afraid to take that risk, man. But shame on FanDuel.
Real.
And DraftKings, you know better.
Not at all.
Nah, for real.
Not at all.
Yeah, man. But definitely, man. Y'all are great people, man. I appreciate everything. You know what I mean? We can continue the conversation for sure. But I just want to express my gratitude again for having me here.
Yeah.
You know,
Appreciate you coming.
No, absolutely, man. Like, I appreciate, like, I know we're on CPT time, man. I know we came like an hour and some change late, but I'm gonna blame that on, you know, a lot of things that happen behind weather, for example. We are in spring, so the rain was definitely, y'all got it too. So you know,
Hell yeah.
the showers were showering for sure.
Yeah.
And April showers do bring May flowers, but you know, we here. That's all that matters.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate you. I know, man. We was excited to, like, I read your bio to him before you got here. He was like, "Good, man." I'm like, "Good, man." Look, it's just the opportunity to be, you know, one, the fact that you give us the opportunity to allow us to share your story with the world. You know what I mean? Like, that's just very impactful, and just also to just have conversation with a genuine person. You know, like we was on the phone before you even got here, and it's just cool to me, like, that, to meet other people that just have the same mindset, the same, you know, the willingness to collaborate, to take some time out your day. You know, you could be editing, you could be, you know, on the road, you could be doing a lot of things, but you're here with us, you know, just talking with us and just, sharing with us. And you definitely give me a lot to think about tonight. I don't know if I'll be able to go to sleep. Just
yeah, just stay in hustle mode, man. Tomorrow is not promised.
mm-hmm.
Don't burn yourself out though.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all give yourself some treaties too. It's easy to cheat yourself but not treat yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the things that I've been slacking on. Like I keep telling myself, yo, we're gonna be in better shape if we just go get that massage. And then all of a sudden a distraction came.
Mm-hmm.
I'm over here locked in editing, hunched over like, yeah. And then I get up, I'm like, damn. I feel like my grandfather right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like one of those, but also you gotta be like, yeah, man, just know when enough is enough, and just know that it'll always be there. Whatever you're working on, it'll always be there. Just make sure you try to manage your time wisely.
Yeah.
And treat yourself. Like every accomplishment, whether it's small, medium, or large, always find a way to treat yourself, whether that's going for a walk. You don't even have to buy yourself a new plane ticket to Cancun or Tulum or all the, where all the shorties want to go. But just make sure that you just make it, if it's, going down the street or going to the lounge or and you can do this all solely by yourself. You don't have to go to anywhere. You don't have to go to the store. You don't have to go to the lounge. You don't have to do anything with everybody.
Yeah, that's facts.
Because everybody is not going to treat you how you treat yourself. One, but also, people aren't going to value you as much as you value yourself.
Yeah, facts.
But yeah, just in order to love something to the fullest, you gotta take a few steps back and get back to it.
Yeah.
When you take a few steps back and you see things from the outside in, you start to analyze it and you start to see what things are missing.
Yeah.
But when you're working on something in the moment, you don't really get to see the bigger picture. You only see what you see in the moment.
Yeah. Yeah. I've had to do that a lot. I think 2 months ago, I'm the person that schedules all of our posts and everything on social media. But then I had to take a step back, and then he had to schedule them all day, and I'm like, dang, I see how he be missing the collaborations. It's you just be
yeah, you don't even be in it.
Yeah, you be busy.
So busy with just life in general,
yeah.
There's a reason why there's social media marketers, social media managers, social media. Then you have outside managers, then you have your daily life, then you can only accomplish so much in one day.
Yeah.
And everybody tries to squeeze everybody tries to make $1 million a day.
I wish.
That's everybody's dream goal, is just to sit back and make $1 million a day.
Yeah.
Some people are fortunate enough to do that. And, we all have to realize that our upbringings are totally different, but be grateful for it. Because whether you're the richest person and had generational wealth, or you came from a middle class family, or you came from a poor family, the hustle is going to be different.
Yeah.
You're not going to be a rich person and go to be poor. You're going to be rich to maintain that lifestyle. But you don't know anything about hustling and trying to and trying to make it ends meet, and how to, how we going to pay these bills, and how we're going to do this. And people don't know that stuff takes a toll on your energy. So when you meet new people in public, you got to maintain that. All right, I'm here. I don't want them to know that I'm on this side of the spectrum. I don't want them to know that I'm poor. So let me pull my pants up. You know what I mean? Let me stand up straight and talk to them with respect. Yeah. I can't tell you how many times. I used to be one of them where my pants were just straight to my knees, bro. I don't care. You saw the boxers. What you looking at it for? You know what I mean? If you had a problem, pull it up for me then. I was one of those ignorant kids, but I never came from that environment. I I blame access to television. You know, I also blame access to who I was able to affiliate myself with. But over time, you know, certain people will start to treat you how you want to be treated if you treat them how you want to be treated. And I feel like we're lacking and two things we're lacking in this world right now: accountability, and reciprocity.
What's that last one?
Reciprocity.
What does that mean?
Reciprocating.
Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah!
I can't keep pouring from an empty cup, and it's not being refilled. I can't tell you guys how many red Solo cups I've been through.
So that.
You know what I mean? Like, you ever like sit there and you fill a cup and then you're just draining and you see that last bit of water that just gradually drops down by itself, and it's just like, man, that's a life or death situation right there. I can't pour anymore. What y'all want from me? And then you be like, that's where the sacrifices come, because when you can't, or not even sacrifices, the organic sacrifices come, or the fall offs. People will try to milk you to where you can't be milked anymore and be like, yo, he's useless. Okay. Once my cup refills, once I go to that well or that river, wherever that is, I'm going to remember what you did and how you did it.
Yeah.
So when you see me refilled and rejoiced and re-energized and back in motion, don't you dare ask me for nothing. Because I know how to, I'm at a point in life where I know an opportunist from a mile away. You know, I can smell one. You know, like you said, you know, I'm a wolf in sheep's clothing. Everybody will be a sheep, but are they really that sheep?
That's facts.
What are their intentions? Are their intentions to flock with you or to eat you?
I like that. Because that's facts, though. Sometimes you never know, like, until it's too late. Sometimes you do know, and you could tell by just, like, off how the person is moving. Like, okay, I done been here before. I done seen the signs already. Like, I already see what's coming, but other times, like, by the time you notice that's a wolf, they done bit your ass already. And it's like, damn.
Yeah. Nah, but then it's crazy because, you know, as a sheep, you know, once you get dirty, you're dirty.
That's facts, though.
But people are afraid to, that's how we become the black sheep. That's how we separate ourselves from the, you know what I mean? But I'd rather be a black sheep because I'm easily to be spotted. Why do I want to be like everybody else? I'm an organic black sheep. I'm not a wolf and a black sheep. Like I didn't fight my way. I didn't do anything to get to where I needed to be or need to get to. I know I'm a black sheep. I wasn't born black. This is battle scars and wounds and dirts and this is my journey. This is my experience you're looking at. I wish somebody would show me an organic black sheep. Show me that. But at the end of the day, my goals and my ambition is to be as tough as a goat. Because one of these days, all of us are going to be goats. So, yeah, you know, and yeah, nah, it's just, that's just how reality is. Like reality, don't let reality determine who you are. You don't have to be a black sheep. You don't have to be a white sheep. You don't have to be a goat. You can be an elephant. You can be whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I know y'all come across this one person that calls everybody the goat. You the goat. Yo, bro, you the goat. Bro, yo. My man, he's a goat. How many times, like, I thought goat man greatest of all time. How many people can be the greatest of all time? You know, practice what you're abbreviating. Like, practice what you're calling me. I'd rather somebody call me a T-Rex. I'm the biggest to ever, you know what I mean? Like, I might have a big head, but, you know, I run this. Yeah. I'm Jurassic. You know what I'm saying? This is my world. Like, on that kind of note, you know what I mean? So it's like, You know, I like when people be like, yo, man, like, you know, you really doing your thing, bro. You inspiring me. You whatever. I like to hear that. Don't just say, yo, bro, man, you the GOAT, bro. Like, nah.
Yeah. Give me something that's really going to help me go forward. Don't just tell me I'm good.
Yeah. I mean, I can call myself the GOAT. Yo, Rich, you are the GOAT. I can look in the mirror and tell me something that I can't tell myself because I don't see it from that perception.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like surprises too.
Yeah.
And I value surprises because it comes naturally and it comes off guard.
Yeah.
You know, like I know all of us, there's been a time where Christmas wasn't Christmasing anymore. Birthday wasn't birthdaying anymore.
Yeah.
But when that one birthday came around and it caught you off guard and you got what you've always wanted because you didn't get it last year, but mom's was saving up for it because she knows how bad you want it. So she'll get it for you for the upcoming year. You know, that's still a surprise.
Yeah.
Because why? Your mom is still present and alive. And 2, she never forgot what you wanted.
Yeah.
And I tell this to everybody, you have so many dads, but you only got one mom. So all of y'all treat her right.
You're alive.
You know, and that's another number one motivator for me is the fact that my mom still believes in my talents and she's my number one supporter. We clash, but we still motivate each other to the best of our advantage. We're in different eras. That's why we clash, because I'm adapting with modern society while she's content with traditionalized. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I felt that.
My mom won't even pick up ChatGPT. She don't even want to learn that. I'm like, how you going to evolve with time? But then we got to think about it. Time is man-made. Life and time goes on with or without you.
Facts.
So make sure y'all are, you know, again, I feel like this whole thing should be called in a timely manner, you know, because like I keep emphasizing time, but like time is what really, all right, what time is it? You know what I mean? Like, all right, yo, man, I wasted 2 hours. All right, cool. Let me apply. You know what I mean? Let me get that 2 hours back. Cause I'm a night owl. So whether I like it or not, I'm up.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my sleep routine back to where it used to be. But that's only because of the age. Like, oh man, like my body don't move like it used to anymore. I gotta rest, you know. Hopefully I'm energized and overnight my body gets that so I can wake up in the morning and apply that and then go back to sleep. You know what I mean? But like, again, like being a celebrity photographer and being just around a lot of celebrities, like, you know, shout out to my boy Rem. You know, we're about to shoot Cardi B on the 8th.
Oh, that's tough.
We're about to shoot Dave East on the 11th.
Oh yeah.
And G Herbo.
Swerve.
G Herbo was when again, bro? 24th, 2 days before my birthday.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy early birthday too, bro.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure.
Day 1 of 26, man. So, and I'm sure, you know, it always happens. Which is crazy to me. This lineup is kind of crazy, and I'm speaking to everybody. Yeah. So we got Cardi B, right, and we got Dave East, and we got G Herbo. Cardi B has C and B. Dave East has D and E. And then you got G. All we're missing is F. I don't know too many Fs, but that might present itself. The only person I know right now is who, like Fago, but that's an S and then an F, right? So it's like, it's just like the way this whole month is like moving. It's just like, man, like, why are these alphabets aligning the way it's supposed to? You know what I mean? Like, it's too much of a coincidence to me. Yeah. And from the 11th to the 24th, like, that's a huge gap. So I can only imagine like that. Something's gonna pop off. Yeah. Like that F is somebody start with an F is gonna be in between that Davies DE to G.
Shoot, somebody. Fetty Wap, Fantasia.
But even that, like G Herbo, GH. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, it's weird. It's just like, I don't know. There's something that this month is going to provide something. And I got to bring y'all out one time too.
Shoot, we with it.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Y'all brought us here. I got to bring y'all there. You know? Y'all brought me in your workspace. It's only right to reciprocate.
Yes, sir.
And but I tell you what, man, my man's is gonna get you. He the fit check, yo. He with expensive clothes on a daily basis. So I even asked him. I changed like 4 times. You know, he went in the house. I was like, nah, this fit ain't it. Cause I know he about to come up with a drip. So I'm like, you know what I mean? I can't look too crazy. I can't outdo everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, you know, we make sure we look good and presentable and professional
Sure.
for the occasion.
So speaking on that, what's if you can speak on it, one of the craziest behind the scene moments you've had?
All of them. Like, obviously not getting paid was one of them.
Well, nah, you gotta talk about that, bro.
Man, it's heavy. It's like, man, because a lot of people in the music industry, and that's why I don't like the music. Well, it's not really the music industry, because a lot of industries are like this too, but they believe in like nets. Don't put me on no net 45.
What is that?
Like, I'll pay you in 45 days.
Oh, fuck no.
I said, yo, the last time somebody said I'll pay you, I said, you're on a net 15. It was 15 days, net 30 is 30 days, whatever. I said, how about this? Let me tell y'all this right now. They said, how can I help you? I need a net now. Or it's going to be net never, you know?
Yeah.
And I told him today, I said, yo, if they don't pay me net now, bro, I'm bringing that in Yahoo. I was just blicky, yo. Like, yo, we are going to take over. Like, I don't care, yo. Like, this is what it is, and this is what it's going to be. Like, you're not going to pay with somebody's livelihood.
Right.
Facts.
Because I know you have a family, and I know you have this, I know you have that. And if the table was turned and I said, I'll pay you in a net 120, my name will be blasted on the internet. Any and everywhere. And I told him, I reached out to him and they expedited it, but I told him, I said, listen, y'all keep doing this to me, I'm going to make a PSA. They were ignoring me for a while because I kept like putting pressure, like trying to make sure that like rents due. Like, y'all playing with somebody's livelihood. Like, y'all don't know what I'm about. I only show you that just because I have a camera doesn't mean I'm an innocent person. I stand for what's mine. I promise you that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to sit here and eat off of my content. It hurts because it's just like, man, like, yo, I shot that. Oh, man, that thing's on news. Oh, cool. And then I think about it. Damn, my pocket's kind of flimsy flat right now. Why? Because I'm waiting. I'm counting down the days to get paid. Now, that's on a monetary note. On a crazy note, what was the craziest thing? Oh, man. Man, listen. So we were about to shoot Mariah the Scientist, and we were just waiting outside, just chilling. Not chilling. Actually, we were waiting outside to get let in, but they weren't trying to let us in. So I saw a few people. I knew security. I knew some of the photographers. They were like, yo, you can't get in. Like, there's nothing I can do. There's another security. I was like, yo, bro, you trying to let me in? He said, yo, another security overheard me asking that question. He was like, sir, it don't work like that. Everybody went in, and then the manager came out. The GM came out. And he was like, what are you guys doing out here? Everything good? And we're like, we're just trying to get in, to be honest. Why didn't you say something? I'm like, you know what? We've been asking everybody. That's the reason why we're here. We are here with the event. We're here to on an invite just to capture the event. So that there was another person who was a ticket holder compared to a GM. They was like, oh, don't even worry about if they're on the list. Let them go. Just let them go. Let them do their thing. We'll do the credential lookup later. If they're on the list, no, that's fine. Let them go. So, and I walked in there and it was like, yo, bro, you know, like, nah, save all that. Cause I guarantee you, when I asked you to help me get inside, you didn't even try to get me inside.
Yeah.
You were happy I was outside because you didn't want that quality to damage you. So afterwards, we got in, we stayed on stage. Everybody needed immediate pass while we just had wristlets. We treated those wristlets like it was an all access pass. As we were leaving now, a fight broke out. Mariah the Scientist came, performed 2 songs. A fight broke out. And then it was a disaster. He was still filming. we were in a, like, it was so, like, it exceeded fire code. And it was just a fight going. She only performed 2 songs. And I was like, what the hell is this? But it was still a win-win because he recorded the entirety of the scenario. And he went viral on TikTok.
Good.
And it was like, obviously that's what people want to see. They want to see the chaos. They want to see, they can't put a R&B with hood unless you're thinking Young Thug, YSL with Mariah the Scientist. Like, you can't put R&B to straight like violence. Because if you're in that state of mind, you're gonna think of R&B to help you decompress to get down to that level of like sanity, right, and peace.
Yeah.
So took photos. I accidentally hit my shutter on somebody, but I didn't know it was her birthday, and she told me to delete it. And then a bunch of Philly girls just tried to jump me. So
Good.
I guess they weren't supposed to be there, but I was a 1-man band. He told me, yo, bro, like, come on, let's go. I didn't hear that. But I was just like, you know what? Like, she was like, oh, I can steal your boyfriend. I'm like, boyfriend? What the fuck? I'm straight as. Get out of here, yo. I was like, man, listen, you ain't going to take nothing. She was a wide body chick too, like huge. I said, yo, you can have anything you want. Take whoever you want. Once you lose that weight, I promise you can be like, man, bro, dog, don't yo, we were ready to go since we got there, but we were ready to go once they started tailing us.
Oh, man.
And they were like, yo, we from Philly, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't care where y'all from. Yeah, this is my turf. This is my people. You know what I mean? Like, just for her to even violate me and applying that pressure. I wish I had my meta glasses on, man. Like, if I had meta glasses, I would have told, like, if he had his meta glasses out, I would have said, yo, let's rewind time and let's record that. Because this one girl was like, delete the pictures. And she had to have been lit, but she was like, delete it. You have more of me, delete it. I'm like, yo, I only got 1 picture. She said, no, you don't. I'm like, yo, how you gonna tell me I was the one that hit the button. You didn't hit the button. I said, why are you putting pressure on me right now? What is wrong with you? She was like, delete it. I said, yo, relax. Just chill. Delete it. I'm like, yo, what is wrong with you right now? She said, I don't care what you have to say. Just delete it and then we can talk. I said, yo, you see me delete. I'm like, yo, she got it. I'm not even gonna argue with you anymore. Like, at this point, we don't even, like, it's fighting words now. Like, you are spitting in my face. I don't even know what you have. You know what I'm saying? And y'all, you know, all right. I respect them to a degree because it's just like, you know, a random came up to me and took a picture of me. So I deleted it in front of her. Yeah. But the fact that everybody came and was like throwing like these harsh words and like trying to retaliate against me on the behalf of me trying to stick up for myself, you know what I mean? Like, the next they were following us, and then we didn't speed walk, we just walked naturally. But I, you know, it came a time where somebody called me out the black truck, and I just went to them and I was just having a conversation. But if they wanted to, you know, pull something else, it's just like, all right, show, like, don't do something you're gonna regret. And I'm not gonna do something I'm gonna regret because I have a reputation to hold. And we weren't promised, or we didn't have to get that opportunity to go to the Mariah the Scientist show, right? So all in all, maintain your character. Yeah. And, you know, learn when to just walk away, because not everything needs your attention. Save your energy, save your attention for, you know, something else. Don't bring yourself out on a crash out. And that's how that went. I burned myself out on a crash out. So that's my experience. But I would probably say that the craziest experience, like, that was one of the ones that he's seen. My craziest experience on a negative note would probably be an artist who knew he wasn't supposed to be outside. I was capturing for the venue and him. And we got into it on behalf of me capturing him around an entourage of girls. And he had a lady at home. You know, I feel like that's a lot of artists, but at the same time, it's just like, why are you outside? Why are you doing the things that you're doing? Why are you, you know what I mean? Like, go home. Like, not all money is good money. If that's the case, you know, like, just go home. But it's always an R&B.
Ooh.
It's always an R&B. This is most recent, so I can't really spill the name. But like, it's always an R&B artist, yo. They always bring drama to the R&B.
Good. I mean, that's what make good music for them.
I mean,
gotta have something to talk about.
I mean, listen. I mean, he was in his zone. He was surely dancing. He was surely scouting. He was looking in that crowd of black. You know, when you look at the crowd, it's all black. But when they look at you on the stage, we lit up, right? So what are you looking for? Who else are you looking for? How many people you want on your roster to be happy? So he whispered, he pulled me over. I thought he was wanting more photos, so I was taking more photos, and he yanked me up, and I'm like, hold on. Like, what did he just do that? You know what I mean? Like, no, he did not just do that. So I heard what he had to say, and he told me, yo, bro, like, you know, I told you stop taking photos of me, bro. Like what's that about, bro? Like, I'm like, yo, bro, I promise you I'm gonna delete all the ones. He said, yeah, man, look out for me, bro, please. Like, you know, I got a lady at home, you know what I'm saying? I got a kid at home, new kid, you know, I just want peace when I go back home. I'm like, I just packed my camera up and left, bro. Not all content is good content. Not all money is good money. You know, know when to leave.
Yeah.
Just to save yourself the stress. And life, and that's just life for you. You know, if you trust your instincts, you know, if it's faulty or like negative, try to figure out, like, either you stay home and figure out something else, or let that day bypass and then start over the next day when your instincts feel like, you know, you feel good again.
Yeah.
So
new baby album.
New baby album.
I'm gonna figure that out. I'm gonna figure that out.
Just pay attention to my page. You'll see.
oh shit.
I'll probably put it in the caption, a little sneak. Only all us will know. You know, there'll probably be a little mix, like their lyric mixed with my lyric, and created a song. Ain't nobody gonna know. Or I'll probably find out one line, and it'll sum up the entirety of the situation.
Oh, man, I'm ready to be looking. I'm ready. I'm ready to put the alerts on.
Yeah, this person is. Yeah, nah. I mean, it's crazy because I grew up listening to him, and it's like, man, like, yeah.
All right.
How in the world? Why in the world? And this is who you are. Like, you ain't ever aged a bit in your life. So I'm over here jealous as hell because he's like, yo, I don't see no gray hairs on this dude. You know, why is his back still up straight? Was he in the military? Like, what's up? Like, you know, just, you know, but I know that, you know, being a, you know, it's not Chris Brown. So I'm using Chris Brown as an example, but it's like being in, you know, being in that whole like physical awareness, you know, being in the gym, dancing and all that other stuff. It helps you, you know, it's therapeutic. One, it helps you mental stability too. And also just keep your body posture. You know what I'm saying? Like when it's time to do the worm or the moonwalk or the little robot and stuff, like you still got it in you. Yeah. I feel like, you know, training yourself physically and maintaining your physical health definitely helps you get by on a daily too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
You know, mentally and physically and emotionally.
Yeah.
You know?
So, who was your top five favorite celebrities to work with?
Man. I think I went through, I just had this conversation with him the other day. I said, yo, like, I only need 3 more alphabets. And that's U, that's Z, and I think it's Y. No, X. Yeah. So you, which is the only person I know is you, is Usher.
Yeah.
Am I missing somebody?
Probably, but I can't think of them.
Facts. Yeah, and then Z. I don't know any Z's. And X. But I'm gonna Usher's on my next to capture. But as far as my top 5, Glorilla made me go viral.
Okay.
I went on TikTok. It was 227 followers, and that thing went up to like 47,000.
Good.
Yeah,
Lord.
And like 5. Yeah. Yeah. She went, but I didn't know she was connected to my stylist. So my stylist friend, she was her stylist on a lot of things. So Glow was 1. Man, that list is long. Black is fire, yo. His personality is just straight genuine off rip. And I'm going now. It's not just who I've captured and how the outcome turned out. It's more so on a personal level. So shout out to Black. Shout out to my girl, Lady London.
Oh, Lady London is fire.
We had that personal connection. Like she reached out to me, and we just built a bond over time. And every time I reach out to her, or every time she's in town, she reaches out to me, and that's just how that goes. Those are 2. Glorilla's 3. Now work wise, I would probably say let me throw a local one there. I'll probably say like YG Tech.
Okay.
He's cool. And I'm over here going down my list of people on my page. It's crazy because it just goes on. The one that really helped me get to where I needed to be will probably be Skilla Baby. He's hard too. Like he's genuine. But outside of that, it'll probably be Little Baby. Like once I capture Little Baby and Glorilla, like those 2 artists helped me gain. It helped me build that confidence because first of all, they're not just regular artists around that time frame.
Yeah.
They had so I had to force myself to be like, all right, there's going to be a lot of people. There's going to be a lot of hands. There's going to be a lot of people that's just going to block me from getting the shot. But obviously, when I'm with the artist, I'm with the artist.
Yeah.
But when there's securities around and they're unfamiliar with your face, you got to tell them I'm with the artist. I know we didn't come in here with you guys, but I'm here with the venue and I'm here to make sure that the artist is captured. So we had something to promote whatever the situation is and also to help me build my portfolio. So,
right.
But there's a lot more artists, Gunna, Wizkid. That list wasn't updated, by the way.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
So I did capture W. Wizkid.
And he on a nickname basis with these.
Yo, so it was. I think that the most recent ones was probably most recent artist. Who did I capture last? Oh shoot, man! This is the bad. It's just like you just capture them like they're just regular people, which they are.
Yeah,
with an entitlement, but it's just like you definitely want to be able to know who you captured last. Mariah, yeah, it was probably Mariah this time. No, Mario. No, Ari Lennox was last. Then it was Mario.
Good, man. He just keeps saying names. Just keep throwing them
out there. Mario, Ari Lennox. Then before that was Mariah the Scientist. And then starting off Q1 will be Cardi B. I already know that's gonna be my top 5. Like I'll replace everybody on that list for Cardi. You know what I mean? Like just being in the presence of Cardi B and just being a Patriots fan. Sorry, Stephon Diggs. You're not on the team anymore. You like your girl or whatever. But I shot. We went to the same school. You know what I'm saying? Like shout out to Stephon. You know what I'm saying? That's But at the end of the day, life moves on with or without you, man. And people aren't going to live your life for you, and you can't live their life for them. So
that's facts.
Have you ever missed out on getting a shot because the security was not trying to let you get in?
Yo, security aren't as tough as they are, man. Like when I flickered my flash, I remember I felt somebody tapping me on my shoulder while I'm trying to capture this shot. I'm like, what's up? yo, that I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That flash is kind of irritating me. Move. Turn the other way. Like, what is you doing? You know? And then, so I sat down and the artist was having a meet and greet. And the security was like, man, you slacking. I said, 1 minute is me, my flash is going off and it's irritating you. Now I'm slacking because now I'm sitting down trying to enjoy my time, just trying to get my energy back. He's like, man, you know, I was just messing with you. No, you weren't, because that was a hefty tap. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can read the energy, and I looked at you. You weren't looking away. You weren't looking at the artist that you're supposed to be protecting. You look at me in my eyes like, yo, my fault. You know what I mean? But, you know, just security. I mean, security isn't as bad as people think. They're there to do their job. And, you know, I feel like they signed a contract. If anything were to happen to the artist, it'd be definitely on them. So I can understand that factor. But, like, don't apply that power on someone who's just doing their job. Because one thing about me, and I can vouch probably for Rem too, like, there's only like a artist or two that's going to make us be like, yo, wow, like, I'm in their presence. I've never been a fan of artists. I've never been to a concert. I had no desire to be at a concert. The amount of main stages, and just once you're on the stage capturing or just looking at the crowd as a whole, it's a total different perception when you look at the stage and the artist. I caught myself at the BET Awards. We went to this one concert. I fell asleep. It was the most boring thing.
Damn.
It was the most boring thing I've ever attended. I'm like, yo, why am I here? And why am I not shooting this? You know? But I wasn't shooting because I didn't want to bring my camera, but I also didn't know that we were going to a concert. So whatever. And we were making an outfit for Sexy Red too. I was logging at the time. And it was...
Well, you said you were making an outfit?
Yeah, the stylist was making an outfit, and she needed an extra hand. So like, I was logging in, and then I was also just helping her because we only had like a certain time frame to get it done. So
Creative Director 101.
Yeah, I became a stylist and a vlogger and this and that at the same time. So I was the jack of all trades for that BET Awards weekend.
That's fire.
Good. Good. That's crazy. I ain't gonna hold you, man.
And everybody asked me, they said, how you still doing this? I would have quit a long time ago, and it wasn't meant for you.
It's like you said at the beginning, people's level of success is, you know, is here. Like, you know, and then they don't have the vision. They don't see where you're trying to go or what you're trying to accomplish or people don't want to do what it takes to get to where it's trying to go. You know what I mean? It's past midnight right now. Yeah. You know, like, and y'all got an hour drive back. I got probably 40 to an hour drive where I got to go, get up, you know, go to this 9 to 5. And then we'll be back next Wednesday doing the same thing.
Doing it again. Yep. That's all it is, man. It's consistency. And dedication. Yeah. And it's going to cost some blood, sweat, and tears. I promise you that. And a lot of sacrifices. You know, whether it's family, whether it's materialistic things, and whether it's, you know, your close friends, you know, or even just your own morals and values. Like, sometimes you have to sacrifice that guard that's preventing you from moving forward. That ego, that pride, you got to sacrifice that sometimes to get to the door that you're trying to get into.
That's facts. That is facts. I've seen that, like, there's a lot of times where you got to make a decision where you low-key don't want to do, like, damn, I'm not even trying to, like, I'm a prideful person. So sometimes I don't like admitting that I need help. You know what I mean? But I know I need the help. So I got to be like, damn, I got to call so-and-so, see if I can get some help, this, that, and the fourth. And I don't be wanting to, but, like, I also know if I want to get this done, then I got to. So I'll be having to put my head down and do what I got to do. But, like, yeah, that should be, it is a lot of, like, sometimes you got to sacrifice your ego and your pride to get the job done.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You know, and it hurts.
Hell yeah.
It hurts. But you know, if you don't do it now, you'll never do it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. That part. Always waiting for. I'll start this. I'll start tomorrow. I'll start the first of the year. I'll start the first quarter, the second one. Nah, man. Right now, ain't no perfect. Like you said, you had the camera you had, and then eventually you upgrade. You know what I mean? And then it's always that the right time is to start at this moment, and then you just keep going, and you'll figure it out. You might not even have a perfect plan. You might not even think you're gonna go. I wouldn't have thought in a year we'd be, talking to Richie.Raw, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Nah, but we here though.
And I don't even answer my DMs. I already know what people want. You know what I mean? They want handouts. They want to help build their name. But I saw something in you guys, whether it was a familiar face or whether it was like just two men doing it for the culture on a brotherhood note.
Yeah.
And I respected that. I value that because you know how hard it is to not only formulate a team, but just to keep a team.
Yeah.
Nah, for real.
Yeah. Yeah.
Visions and mindsets and can definitely like make or break. And that's where the pride and ego comes into effect. Yeah. It's definitely important to make sure that you all are on the same page and that you guys know when it's time to just be honest. Like, don't always make it just straight business. Like, whoever told you can't do business with friends is BS. Unless that friend wants the entitlement, like, yo, who's gonna be the CEO? Who's gonna be the So take the entitlement out and just do it because you love to do it.
Yeah.
Do it because you love each other.
Yeah.
Do it because love is present. But also make sure that your heart is in it. And I would say to conclude it, man, it's two of y'all. Make sure y'all live up to the two sides of the heart. You be one side, you be the other side, and y'all make sure y'all just keep that heart pumping. Because with no heartbeat, it's a deadbeat. And I'm sure we all know that one person, a few people, right?
Yeah.
So just make sure you just find that happy medium and that balance, and y'all be straight.
Yeah, I think too, it's just like just having this genuine conversation and meeting like genuine people. You know what I mean? Like everything else come with it. The money eventually will come with it. The opportunities comes with it eventually. But like just being able to just chill with you. Like I ain't gonna sit here and act like I didn't look at your resume and didn't get excited. I ain't gonna lie. But like even just like not really having an expectation of what you were gonna be when you came, and then I think just the phone call we had when you said let me know you was on your way. I knew I was like, oh yeah, now this gonna be a cool dude.
Yeah, nah, man, I already know how it is when people just like, I work with an artist and he stood me up for like 2-3 hours and he said he was like, my fault, man, I couldn't find my weed. I was like, let's get this shit over with. You ain't stand me up for no 3 hours. I'm gonna get my 3 hours worth of content. I'm going to creative direct this thing to you. Can't even see me without seeing double of me. Like you stood me up. So we got it done and it did numbers and it went viral. So I'm appreciative of that. Now if it did not go viral and he came looking crazy, that's an instant block.
Good.
I don't care what your entitled is. Like you can be the biggest artist in the entire world. You're human just like us. Yeah. Just with a higher power and title. And money, obviously. Your pockets are deeper.
I mean, even the power, it's like power over people that allow you to have power over that things, like how you're at this point where it's like you don't allow those certain things to move you or control you. It's like, look, like I determined where I'm trying to do, where I'm trying to go, right? Or there's even people that I might have felt like, or, you know, like this is what we need. But it's like, if you're not going to, you know, take us serious, or like we have a certain way that we conduct business, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like we sent you those pre-interview questions, right? We have a certain time, a date, and all those things. You can't follow those guidelines. It's like, yeah, at this moment you may be here, but it's like, if what's necessary is what we need in order to be able to do what we need to do to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody needs to be able to fall in line with that, whether you know, Joe from the corner or Lil Baby, you know what I mean? Everybody needs to be able to, because it's a system.
It is, you know, and we're in a system full of, I say it's a lost society, but that's, you know, we live in a fear-based, fear-driven system where everybody's feared to miss out, everybody's feared to do this, everybody's feared to make that leap, everybody's feared to. That's just how us humans are, you know what I mean? Like, I don't fear anything, respectfully. So, but I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe I've overcome my fears over the many years due to trial and error and the journeys and stuff like that. But I know for a fact that, you know, me just being as genuine as I am, and letting you know, like, yo, bro, like it wasn't me a fear of missing out. It was just a fear of, you know, giving you this. Like, I don't want to be one of those people where it's like, yo, you were late. Let's reschedule. Mm-hmm. My first impressions and my reputation is something that is what all right, I do fear something. A fear of damaging my reputation. Yeah. And calling you was the least that I could do. Yeah. And speaking to you on a, yo, not like on a, yo, man, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, something where you can't understand a word that I'm saying. I'm over here letting you know, like, hey, man, listen, like, you know, I apologize. You know, it takes a lot for a man to apologize. Yeah. But also just letting you know, like, I'm running a little bit late and being genuine and transparent. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, y'all gave me an hour and some change of a grace period. Y'all still needed some time. You know what I'm saying? So it all worked out on both sides. And, you know, we were able to make this heartbeat.
Yeah, that's sure. I like that.
Man, he keep giving this stuff for free, bro.
Free gems, man. Free gems. But yeah, man.
I wouldn't feel right if we didn't talk about no relationship or love stuff, right?
Yeah,
what does love mean to you now compared to how you understood it when you grew up?
Oh man, love changed drastically, man. Like, love ain't even love anymore. I don't even think that even exists.
Why you say that?
Social media just changed it up for everybody. Yeah. You know, nobody wants to go out there. I mean, there's some people that don't believe in social media love. Some people like to go out still the traditional way, go to the bars or meet somebody genuine, somebody say, oopsie, drop something on the floor and man, pick it up, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. Like, it's one of those, but I mean, that's like the ratio is very off. Yeah. You know, but love is a strong word. And to define love, we'll be here for another 5 hours.
Yeah.
You know, like, I've seen I've been in countless situationships to where I thought it was going to work, but it didn't work. So it's like, all right, well, you weren't meant for me. And you know, it's kind of hard. What? And Ram, I hope you're listening. But the more that you're in this industry, the more the real ones are going to say you're not it. You're too in the mix.
I know what you're talking about, bro.
Bruh. Yo, people do their research and his favorite word is homework.
Yep.
Homework on that, yo. Homework. They do their homework. That's for sure. They will be like, hey, you know, like, this ain't working. I'm like, why? You're too in the mix for me, and you know, you're always on the road, and I don't know what you're doing and stuff like that. Like, start to assume and start to like devalue and like, you're not going to tell me how to, like, if this is my main source of income, you really think that I'm going to stop my motion for the sake of your comfort? Tell me love exists. I'll do 1,000 push-ups right here. Man, listen, like, there's a lot of people, like, there's times where there's like, you know, you love somebody in the moment, but you hate what they do. You hate how they operate. You can't stand them.
Yeah.
Because moms even do that to their own kids. I hate when you do this. Like, why are you doing this? Get out of my face. I don't want to see you right now. Like, stuff like that. Yeah. Not saying my mom was like that, but she does it in a more classy way. But you used to have people, you used to have parents that just smack the kid back in the head. Like, do that again. You know what I'm saying? But that's more on like love-hate relationship. Like, I hate what you do, but I love you at the same time. And that's where we're at in life. Just the balance and trying to find that happy medium. Yeah. And it's just not as easy as it was, because there's a lot more distractions out in this world that kind of have our levels of expectations higher than what it needs to be. Yeah. You know, and common sense ain't too common.
You can say that again.
Common sense ain't too common. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Nah, you want to skim through these love questions real quick?
Have you ever had a relationship crash because of your career?
Absolutely. You know, it's just, some people love that peaceful lifestyle. Some people just like to be alone. Some people just want to be wrapped up after a long day of work, just to be wrapped up and cuddle with their loved one. Yeah. While their loved one is so focused on their career, people fail to realize the bigger picture. Like, there's short-term goals and there's long-term goals. If I have a long-term goal and I'm on a crunch time and I'm on a deadline, if you're not going to support me, we're already just leave. Respectfully, just leave, because it's like, it's not going to work. You know, why am I going to apply pressure to something that's only going to last on a net 30? Because I'm paying you with time now. So it's like, you know, and I've also had a relationship where it was like, this is one girl that never even been on a date before, but she has a 5-year-old kid. So I'm like, oh, she's like, excuse me, I'm sorry. I've never been on a date before. Don't laugh at me. I said, why would I laugh? And then I thought about it. I'm like, yo, you have a 5-year-old kid. I said, so what were you doing with? Oh, we were just, you know, we just figured it out as we went. I said, so you never been on a real date before? She was like, no. Man. But she treated me like some form of like Netflix subscription. It was like 30 days. And I was like, we were celebrating our 30 days. And then that first day, we just called it quits. I'm like, yo, you know, you could get a free trial. That's exactly what I felt like. I was hurt, yo. I had to unsubscribe before it came with a lot more stuff than I can imagine. Yeah. You know, and there's another girl that was like, hey, you know, you want to go out to eat? I'm like, yeah, let's go out to eat. And all of a sudden, that bill came. I'm like, yo, I just met you on day one. Like, why is this bill $275?
Oh, no.
I said, you trying to go half? She was like, half. I said, you know what? Never mind. Forget it. Blocked her. Blocked her, because it's like, yo, we could have went somewhere else for the free ski, or we could have went, not to sound cheap or anything, but we could have went somewhere else and gradually got to that $275, right? Yeah. I'm not but that's the thing. Like, with the entitlement and the status and the emotion, they think you are going to cover it off rip. No questions asked, nothing. All they got to do is just pop it open for you. I'm cool off of that. That's not real love. That is like, you know, if I wanted a freak Nick, I would have a freak Nick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But if I want a real genuine love and genuine relationship, then let's make this work. But let me know now before I apply my all, because I love to wear my heart on my sleeves. Yeah. There's no, what you see is what you get. And I feel like a lot of people see, and they see something else but don't know how to put that get and that C as one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They feel like I'm hiding something.
Yeah.
Or I have more to offer. So they're trying to get to know me more, and then all of a sudden they were mining for diamonds and all they got was coal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as soon as they it's crazy because as soon as they reach that peak where the diamonds touch the show, or before it starts to show, that one thin layer, they opt out. And it's crazy because you never know what you have until it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
If you just kept going a little bit more, you get that diamond.
Yeah.
And then one thing that humans are lacking is patience.
Oh boy.
And all of this is just trial and error in the industry. You know. So life is what you make of it. You are your author of your own life. Don't blame nobody else. Take accountability and make sure your cup is always full.
Mm-hmm.
And don't let nobody leave you halfway empty and halfway full without giving you back that full cup that you came with. Because they will run off and take what you gave them and apply it to another person.
Yep.
Yeah.
And treat them 10 times better as they treat them 10 times worse.
Yeah. Ooh, you talk about my life now.
No shit. That's a
Yeah, man. It's just life is funny, man. But life is definitely what you make of it, and it can definitely you always want to go out with a bang. So just make sure that you're good, and just make sure that you want to that you're meeting your goals.
Yeah.
And you're accomplishing not only for self, but who you're intentionally doing it for.
Yeah. Who you do it for?
At this point, man, I'm trying to figure that out. I'm doing it for the sake of me. I know that for sure. I put myself first always. Well, God first in me.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not. I've learned and lived to be selfless. So I don't mind helping other people, because always remember you have more time behind you than you do ahead of you. And that's an important factor. You can't take everything with you. You can always leave a legacy, but you can't. Once we're washed up, gone, done, none of this stuff really even matters. It's like we're all racing time, but dogging people as we're racing. It's just like, if you wanted to get by, just say, excuse me. You know what I'm saying? I got to a point where I'm just standing here and somebody tries to get by, like you immediately just get out of the way. Like that's like, but I just stand there.
Yeah.
And we can have like a stare down until you say, excuse me, and then I'll move. Because I feel like a lot of people are lacking respect.
Yeah.
And respect has a lot to do with love too. Because I can love a stranger more than I love my loved one. Or I can love my loved one more than I love my stranger. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Love is just a word we just throw around every single day. Love is what, like, these influencers now is like, oh my gosh, I need the biggest ring. I need the biggest wedding. I need the biggest family. I need the biggest following. I need the biggest house.
Divorced in a year.
Done. Done. And then now you're trapped with drama. A life that you thought was pure gold, but when you got there, it was just an aluminum foil just reflecting off the sun. It was a mirage or like something, because everything that glitters ain't gold, y'all.
Hell yeah. That boy preaching.
You sure you a photographer? You sound like a jeweler to me, dropping them gems, boy. I tell you, boy.
Yo, what did he say? Homework on that.
For real.
Yeah, nah, man. I might have to be a preacher in my afterlife. I don't know, man. Or when I turn everything
And you might have to.
I might have to be a relationship therapist or something. I don't know. It's gonna be something. Y'all gonna see what happens. I don't know what I have in the future, but as of right now, like I'm formulating a crew. Shout out to my archive collective, and we're gonna go out this year with a bang. We're 5 to 6 or 6 to 7 figures.
Oh yeah,
I stand on that.
Most definitely.
Co-host on the Two Sides of the Heart podcast. Yeah,
amen to that.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? But again, I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much.
yes, sir.
Hopefully we can have a part 2.
For sure.
Hear y'all schedule, make it earlier so we can have like a 12-hour conversation.
Hold on. You got to answer a notorious question. You got to finish this. Finish the sentence. Love is
war.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It is.
Ooh, that's a
Yo, you thinking he's stuck. He's stuck.
Nah, that's a good response. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I definitely feel that right now. Like, love is war. Like, a whole bunch of battles. You know what I mean? You win some, you lose some, but you just trying to win that war, and it's like that should be hard and draining. But I guess it's worth it. You know what I mean?
Takes 2 to mingle, bro.
Hell yeah.
You know how bad you want it.